watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 6, covering the entire DMV. A bridge breakdown, that massive removal effort in Baltimore. A live look right now. And the new information from the team clearing the channel while searching for the bodies of 4 missing workers. Baseball is back. The Nationals opener set for tomorrow in D.C. Fans are sharing how they're hoping for a better season in 2024, plus ways to save this season. And of course, Easter Sunday celebrations, how folks in the DMV are celebrating the holiday as they look forward to what the spring season brings.
And the weather as we turn the calendar from March into April. Tomorrow is going to be a little unsettled. We have some sunshine now, but it won't last. We'll talk about what's in store for us Monday and beyond coming up in my full forecast.
And good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6. I'm Ben Dennis. A very happy Easter Sunday for everybody out there who's celebrating. Time is 6:01 on the dot. We got to get to your forecast right away because we've got plenty of rain on the way. Scott, you're also talking about a chance for some flooding out there later.
Yeah, that's going to be a major issue and a talking point here over the next couple of days, Ben, here in the Weather Center. Let's start off with our local radar. What do we have on the map? We do have a little bit of shower activity here just to the east, to the west of Mount Vernon as it continues to move from west to east here. This is southern Maryland. Here we go. D.C., nothing going on. As a matter of fact, as I look outside, we see some breaks in that cloud cover, seeing some sunshine out there in the district. As we widen out the view, not much activity. Most of it has been south of I-66, which runs from D.C. out towards Front Royals Way. Do note here on this map, we do have some green counties. That means there is a flood watch in effect that starts overnight tonight, will run through Tuesday night for those particular counties. We'll get into that in the main weather in just a moment. Not seeing any flooding right now as our future radar shows those showers continuing to pull from west to east. As we widen out the view, what protected us today from seeing a lot of the area seeing showers, high pressure up towards Canada and Toronto's way, keeping all the shower activity down towards central and southern portions of Virginia, closer to this front, which was close by last night, as you do recall, which gave us some overnight showers and thunderstorms. Now, tonight through Tuesday, like I said, not much going on here in D.C., but out towards our western counties, there is a flood watch for excessive rainfall that could exacerbate rivers, streams, and creeks, and also some low-lying, typically prone, low-lying flooding areas out that way. For tonight, we do have a chance of rain out in those counties, and temperatures in D.C. Will be in the 60s, dropping down into the lower 50s, and also a chance of rain here locally. Ben?
Plenty to cover, Scott. Much more ahead. New tonight in the district. Fire and EMS says that 5 people, 2 cats, are without a home tonight after a fire in Southeast. We're told this happened on 30th Street around 1:30 a.m. The fire broke out in a top floor bathroom in a 3-story apartment building. No injuries were reported. And staying in the district, police say that a man was shot dead inside of a Navy Yard apartment building overnight. We're told this happened around 3 a.m. on 2nd Place near the U.S. Department of Transportation building. On scene, police say they found 44-year-old Michael James Quander Jr. of Northwest dead with several gunshot wounds. Police are looking for suspects. And continuing our coverage of Baltimore's tragic bridge collapse, teams of engineers are starting to remove the first sections of twisted steel from the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge. Officials also say that pressure on an underwater natural gas pipeline has eased. Good news, but they are asking the public to also report any debris they might see. The first goal for crews is to get a smaller ship channel open so that tugboats, other small barges can move freely. Crews also working to stabilize the site so the divers can look for those 4 missing workers presumed dead. On land, state and federal officials also trying to figure out how to handle the economic impact of a closed port and major highway. Rebuilding could take years. The federal government is sending $60 million in aid and is promising to pay for the project. The port disruption will not only affect dock workers, commuters, but consumers could be as well with shipping delays. And the Washington Nationals take the field tomorrow in D.C. for their home opener. Hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates at 3 p.m. The Nats will enter the game tied for second in the National League East. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us from Nationals Park. Dave, fans and players had a rough go last year. What's the excitement like this year?
Well, hey there, Ben can tell you right now, after I talked to fans earlier today, they're really excited about the season. So are the Nats, but they have another reason to look forward to the home opener tomorrow, because they're finally going to be able to show fans for the first time those off-season changes made to their stadium. New LED lights have been installed around the ballpark, which will brighten the atmosphere during the games when needed. Plus, there are high-definition screens set up all around the stadium to give you information you need to know. Those are nice, but somehow they can't compare to the new interactive scoreboard, which provides all the stats on your favorite players along with scores from other games. The bottom line, the Nationals are ready to take the home field. So are their fans.
They've made some good moves. I'm looking forward to seeing the team and how they come together. Last year was obviously a little challenging, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they can, do on the field this year.
Plus, fans will be able to feast on traditional stadium food along with new menu items, including Chesapeake crab cake sandwiches. Something else that will be different this season, night games have been moved up to 6:45 p.m. from 7:05 p.m. to allow families to see more of the games. As for Monday's home opener, first pitch scheduled for 4:05 p.m. We're live at Nationals Park. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
4:05. Thank you, Dave. Turning now to Easter celebrations. Families joining in the holiday fun at Tyson's Corner right here for an Easter Kids and Family Festival. The festival at Ship Garden includes free face painting, arts, crafts, live music, and a bounce house.
It's a family event. Actually, it's good for the kids. It's focus oriented on the family, keeping the family together, and that's what it is.
We got cotton candy, and we also got pizza. This was really fun.
Good day if you have a sweet tooth, right? That event also featured an off-leash dog park where furry friends enjoyed pup cups and peanut butter. Sounds good, right? And the White House is set to welcome as many as 40,000 people to this year's Easter egg roll tomorrow. That's about 10,000 more folks than last year's event. Now, the event is being held on the South Lawn today and most of it tomorrow. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden set a theme of egg-ucation for this year's event. Kids can participate in a fossil dig, and they can also write notes to first responders. As the event is going on, here are some road closures to be aware of near the White House downtown, many surrounding the 14th, 15th Street corridor near Pennsylvania Avenue. There will be plenty of parking closures from around 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. President Joe Biden is also proclaiming today as Transgender Day of Visibility. It celebrates the lives and contributions of transgender people while also highlighting the issues the community faces. The president released a statement earlier this week saying in part, quote, "We send a message to all transgender Americans. You are loved, you are heard, you belong." Major buildings and landmarks across the U.S. will be lit up in pink, white, and light blue to mark the day. Folks in the district celebrating the holiday as well, the event was presented at the National Center for Transgender Equality and Queer Equity Institute, right on the National Mall near the Hirshhorn Museum. It included trans activist speakers from across the country, including Minnesota Representative Lee Finke, the first transgender lawmaker elected to the state's legislature.
The reason we're here today is because of the importance of what the National Trans Day of Visibility means. Right here, we are doing Transform the Vote, so we can make sure that we're visible, not just in the community, but also in the ballot box, so we can show the country that we are a voting bloc.
Officials also provided those who attended with community resources to help folks get registered to vote. And deciding where to go to college can be one of the most stressful times in a young person's life. And because of a series of snags with federal student aid systems, the process is becoming even more stressful. Our Haley Milon explains why many students are feeling the crunch.
A number of hiccups with FAFSA this application cycle are leaving students with very little time to make decisions on where they want to enroll for college. First, the application typically is available in October, and it wasn't available until January this time, months later than usual, as some systems had to change to comply with the new federal law. Many students' information came back wrong or incomplete. Typically, students begin receiving financial aid offers in December. Now it looks like students won't know how much they'll qualify to borrow borrow until April, not giving them much time before the May 1st deadline that many schools want a decision by. Now, in a letter sent Thursday to the Department of Education on the behalf of dozens of collegiate organizations, officials sounded the alarm on the problem. Now, is there a solution? The letter shared a survey completed by more than 300 colleges and universities. 32% of those institutions are considering moving back that May 1st deadline for both enrollment commitments and requests for housing. 22% are undecided. And for any prospective students, it's best to keep in touch with your potential school's offices of financial aid so you're aware of any deadline changes. Some might be able to even provide you with an estimate of what your aid package could look like. In the studio, Haley Mylon, DC News Now.